Good. So here's this, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This was issued 7th April 2025. The Ambassador of the United States of America, that's Her Excellency Virginia Palmer. Virginia Palmer today honored an invitation from the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, to discuss the imposition of 10% tariff by the United States of America on Ghana, effective 5th April 2025. The Deputy Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Honorable Samson Ahi, and other officials from his ministry joined the meeting at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The U.S. ambassador indicated that the tariff did not maliciously target Ghana, but was intended to address the significant trade imbalances between the USA and its partners, such as Ghana. The ambassador, however, informed that the tariff is being imposed pursuant to the International Emergency Economic Powers Act of 1977. Now, she further intimated that the 10% tariff imposition exempts some products like oil and gas and energy-related products that Ghana exports to the United States. It emerged that products exported under the African Growth and Opportunities Act, AGWA, initiated are affected. And this is where the problem is. This is, for me, the elephant in the room. The meeting additionally discussed the possible exemption of other sectors, particularly with cocoa and garments. Both sides agreed to work together to mitigate challenges, including potential job losses. The Ministries of Foreign Affairs and Trade, Agribusiness and Industry would continue to engage the USA authorities on how to mitigate and alleviate the effect of the tariff on Ghanaian businesses and the Ghanaian economy generally through bilateral and diplomatic means. Ghana and the USA affirmed their strong and cordial relationship. And this is the end of the statement which was issued by the Foreign Affairs Ministry. Kwesi, what do you make of what's happening as far as global trade is concerned?
Well, first of all, I've read the statement issued by the Ghanaian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And to be honest with you, I'm completely shocked.
Why?
80% of the statement, and you can read it yourself, you just read it, is justification for the U.S. action. And more or less here for the U.S.
How so?
Now listen, how is this a Ghana statement?
Yes.
The ambassador indicated that tariff did not maliciously target Ghana, but was intended to address significant trade imbalances between USA and its partners such as Ghana. The ambassador, however, informed that the tariff is being imposed pursuant to International Emergency Economic Powers Act of 1977. She further intimated that the 10% tariff imposition exempts some products like oil and gas and energy-related products that Ghana exports to the United States. It emerged that products exported under the African Growth Opportunity Act initiative are affected. The meeting additionally discussed the possible exemption of other sectors, particularly with cocoa and garments. Both sides agreed to work together to mitigate challenges, including potential job losses and so on and so on. Why is Ghana in this? Why is Ghana's interest? Beyond PR for the U.S., why is Ghana's interest in this? What, as Ghanaians, we expect to be hearing is how this reckless measure is going to affect us. What products are going to be affected? How much do we realize per annum? What are the measures we are likely to take in order to mitigate the circumstances? Not to restate the PR gimmicks of the U.S. Embassy and U.S. government. That is not what we expect of our foreign ministry. And that's clear. Look, clearly, these measures are being introduced by the Trump administration under the broad banner, broad agenda of making America great again.
Yes.
Where is Ghana in that? And the whole measure is based on false economics. It's based on a total misunderstanding of economics. Look, right now as we speak, the U.S. national debt is estimated about more than $3 trillion. That's the U.S. national debt. U.S. national infrastructure is collapsing. Their bridges are weak. They need to reconstruct them. Their roads are not properly aligned. Their railway system is a joke, and so on. You understand? Many companies operating in the U.S. have migrated. They've gone to China and other places because there are more favorable conditions in those countries for manufacturing than in the U.S. How do you address these problems by imposing tariffs? It doesn't make economic sense. There's no logic in it. It's recklessness in the extreme. And Ghana's reaction is that the ambassador has explained that it doesn't, affect oil and gas, and that it was not malicious. The principles don't work. And we should be able to tell the U.S. that, look, you are misfiring. And that if you take reckless actions in order to bully countries, those countries have a right to respond in equal measure. Then we are told that, Ghana is too weak, so Ghana cannot fight the United States of America. And I'm sitting back and I'm wondering, what is happening to us? When did we lose our sense of sovereignty? Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah said, look, in our fight to retain our sovereignty, maintain our sovereignty, we will take assistance from our friends and so on. But nothing can prevent us or hold us down when it comes to issues of sovereignty and the pursuit of the national interest. That should be the guiding principle. Now, this question of weakness, I don't know where it's coming from. Ghana is a member of the Economic Community of West African States. That's a leverage we have. Ghana is a member of the African Union. That's a leverage we have. Ghana is a member of the non-aligned movement. That's a leverage we have. We have so many, we belong to so many international organizations, and that gives us leverage and weight, dependent on our diplomatic skills, and our ability to sway others like us to go with us. That's strength. The biggest strength perhaps we have is that as we speak now, Ghana is hosting the forward operating base of AFRICOM. Yeah, it's here. I mean, if that is not strength, what else is strength? As we speak, NATO, which includes the United States of America, is asking for permission to establish drone bases in Ghana, La Côte d'Ivoire, and Benin. Is that not strength enough? Ghana history is strength. Our history is a history of a small country of 32 million people, which led the national liberation struggle in Africa. That's strength. And the fact that we are not affected alone, Botswana is affected so heavily and so on. South Africa is also being bullied, and South Africa is a superpower in Africa. Everybody is being bullied. And then we sit back and say, we are too weak to fight the United States. We are not fighting the United States. We are not asking our government to fight the United States. We are insisting that our government should do the right thing to protect the national interest. Look, the bully does not stop acting. The bully does not stop bullying if he sees that you are cowering. The bully stops misbehaving only if the bully realizes that he has a price to pay for bullying. And we must make it clear that we will make them pay that price if they continue on this tangent. Why? As we speak, the imposition of tariffs is not just on Ghana. It's on a powerful country like China. China is supposed to be the second largest economy in the world. The imposition of tariffs is on even European Union members and so on. So don't let us think that this is just about Ghana and the United States of America. This is an attack on the world trading system. And I'm so happy that President John Mahama Mahama recognizes that. I mean, the statement we just read from him recognizes that this is an attack on the world trading system, which is based on legality and so on. And we should act as such and stop behaving like Danesky, children who have encountered a bully and are running into their mother's arms and so on. That is not the posture we should be taking. The U.S. has attacked us. You understand? The U.S. has launched very vicious attacks on Ghana. And this whole argument that, as for Ghana, they only slap 10% tariffs, the minimum and so on. You see, we should go beyond percentages.
The voodoo formula.
Yeah, it's a very interesting formula. Yeah?
No, we should go beyond percentages. 10% of a million is not the same as 10% of 5.
True.
So we should do a quantitative analysis of what is happening and stop this percentages game which doesn't mean anything. I mean, every secondary school child can play this game of percentages. This is not a sophisticated game. So 10% of what are we talking about? Yes, Botswana has more than 50%, 57% or so. Lesotho has 57% or so.
South Africa and so on.
Yeah. But what is that 50%? What does it represent in terms of impact on the national economy? This is the kind of analysis we want to hear. Not these lame statements, you know. I mean, what is wrong with us? When I read the statement, I was wondering whether this was Ghana's Ministry of Foreign Affairs or it was some banana republic's statement. What is this? The United States has launched an attack on us, a vicious attack on us, which doesn't make economic sense, doesn't make political sense, which takes us for granted, which is intended to bully us into submission, and we must act accordingly. Why? Can you quantify the benefits that the United States of America is getting out of its military base, which is stationed here? That forward operating base. Can you guess? That's a major national security concern for the United States of America. And we should take that into cognizance. America says that it's addressing unfair relationships with other countries in the world. Unfair relationships.
It's addressing trade imbalance.
Unfair relationships.
Unfair relationships.
Bottom line, unfair relationships. Right. My goodness. What is this? The United States of America talking to Ghana about an unfair relationship? History teaches us that from the days of the transatlantic slave trade, we have always been the disadvantaged partner in the relations with the U.S. Why? Hundreds of thousands of our forebears, hundreds of thousands, not just lame people, not sick people, the strongest of our people, our architects, our engineers, our medical practitioners and so on, were captured as beasts of burden, worked to build the accumulation which today makes the United States what it is, for hundreds of years without pay. Who is disadvantaged? Who is disadvantaged? Is it the United States of America which is disadvantaged, or is Ghana which is disadvantaged in that relationship? What kind of talk is this, and what kind of lameness are we exhibiting? I cannot understand this. We must begin now to send strong signals to the United States of America that it cannot take us for granted. That this is Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana. This is a strong base for Pan-Africanism. This is a country which has the necessary international links and therefore has some leverage in negotiations. Now, if you're going to go into negotiations and you start off going into the negotiations by claiming that, oh, we are so weak we can't fight, that is surrender. You are not negotiating anywhere. Because in both bilateral and multilateral negotiations, everybody gives something and everybody takes something. So if you go to the table already with your hands behind you, claiming that you have nothing, you don't have any strength and so on, what are you telling the person you are going to negotiate with, the country you are going to negotiate with? That is surrender. That amounts to surrender and not negotiation. They should stop wasting our years about negotiations. And then we go and issue this statement. Somehow, maybe I think it's the normal procedure, which is fine. It is unsigned. There's no name to it. There's no office to it. So you can't tell. It is even possible that the minister himself may have problems with this. You understand? This may be a DEX officer. Yes, this may be the statement from a DEX officer. And that is why I'm going to go very soft on the political leaders of the ministry. But this statement is a useless statement. Absolutely useless statement which does not protect our interests, which does not even identify our interests. This is lying down for Uncle Trump to walk all over us.